Have you been using your seam ripper wrong this whole time? Well, maybe not wrong, but could you be using it better? Have you been using that little red ball at the end and the blade in the middle? And what's the secret to using that little red ball on the end of your seam ripper anyway? Well, if you want to learn about that and learn how to use all three parts of your seam ripper and be ripping seams super fast, well, follow along and I'm going to show you. 3 parts of your seam ripper, that's right. We have a super sharp tip right there. You want that to be nice and sharp. If it's dull, get a new seam ripper. And then right here in the middle, we have this little curved blade. We want that to be nice and sharp too. And then we have a nice little red plastic ball there. And you're going to use these parts differently depending on the thickness of your fabric, whether it's a real thick fabric or a real thin, delicate fabric, which you can destroy very easily. I'm going to start off with the thin fabric because it is definitely harder to seam rip. And I'm going to be using a thin satin today. When working with the delicate fabric, we need to treat it a little differently because if it moves the wrong way, this little blade on the seam ripper is going to catch the fabric and rip a hole in it. And that's why we want to make sure we have a nice, sharp and pointy seam ripper so that way we can really get into these stitches and just pop the stitches and not put extra pressure on it because it's dull. So to pop these stitches, we're going to take the tip of the seam ripper and we're just going to put it in the stitch and then we're just going to push. And it should pop real easy, that stitch. And then you're just going to use the tip of it and you can undo these stitches. They should come out nice and easy. Now you could undo the whole seam like this, but that's going to take you a while. But that's where this little red ball comes in handy. It's going to make seam ripping so quick. Let me show you. Now with a really loose fabric, you want to keep the seam really taut. So go ahead and put a heavy weight on one end so that way when you pull it, it doesn't pop out. If you don't have a weight, you could probably use some books, you could use some canned goods, maybe even pin it with a safety pin to something else. So now that we can get some nice tautness on the seam, it's going to make this so much easier so that way we don't rip our fabric. So I already have my seam open a little bit because we just picked a few stitches on the other side. So when we do this, we want the red ball to be face down so we can't see it. Now what we're going to do is hold the fabric on this end to make sure our seam is nice and taut. And then we are going to push, making sure that the seam ripper is staying pretty parallel with the seam. And then just like that, it opens up your seams. Sometimes it's going to get stuck a little bit, and that's because the thread is breaking and you're going to get all these bunches of little like thread balls. So just stop, move the thread ball out of the way, and then continue again. Remember, just keep that seam taut. And then just like that, you're going to open that seam on that delicate fabric. And we didn't run that pointy little bit of the seam ripper into the fabric, creating any holes. So that was super quick. And you might be wondering, why can't I keep the red ball on the top and just put the pointy bit with the blade on the bottom? Well, if you've got this in here and you push up at all, what happens? That pointy bit comes through your fabric. And we've got a blade here in the seam ripper. So what's going to happen? Watch this. We are going to rip a hole in our fabric, just like that. We destroyed it. And we do not want to do that. So that is why we keep that red ball on the bottom, because that red ball does not pop up through the fabric. I remember when I learned about the little red ball. Before that, I was picking out each stitch individually. But now that I know about the little red ball, seam ripping is a breeze. It's so much quicker. And if you have a thicker fabric, this can be even easier. Let me show you. If you're enjoying this video, make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And if you'd like to improve your sewing skills, make sure you check out my online sewing classes. Links for that are down below. Now let's get back to that seam ripper. So for my thicker fabric, I'm using a plain woven linen here. And this is going to be even faster than the thinner fabric, and you don't have to worry about ripping it as much. And that's because this fabric is sturdy, so it doesn't move around as much. So you're not going to be able to tear it as easy. Even though it's sturdier, we still need to start out by picking out a few stitches. So putting the tip of that seam ripper in the stitch and pushing, and it's going to pop right out for you. So there we go. We've got a little opening now in our seam. So now we're going to take the little red ball, we're going to put it in the seam, and then I just hold the back of the fabric since it's sturdy, and we're just going to push and it just pops right open. How fast was that? That was crazy, right? I didn't even have a long stitch length on or anything like that. My stitch length was 2.5 and I got it out of that seam like that. So next time you sew something backwards and you need to rip open that seam, no worries. You know how to use that seam ripper efficiently now. Pick out a few stitches, make sure that red ball is down on the bottom and let her rip. One thing I do want to mention is that you want to keep a handful of fresh seam rippers around. They're very inexpensive, and having that sharp tip and that blade in the middle that is new is going to make such a difference when you're seam ripping. Thanks so much for watching Sewing Anastasia today. If you have any questions about using the seam ripper, make sure you leave it down below. And hopefully your seam ripping adventures are going to go that much better now because you know how to use that seam ripper efficiently. And make sure you get that new seam ripper. It's gonna help you so much. And if you liked the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Let me know what video you want to see next. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when the new video comes out. And if you're in Chicago, come on into my design studio and take some sewing classes with me. And if you're not in Chicago, totally okay. I now have an online sewing school. You can check that out with the links down below. And make sure you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, all the socials. That way we can stay connected and creative together. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.